Your boys had hair like right out of the chute?
No. They did, and they lost it.
Right.
Yeah. So then they had.
And then how long was it before they were?
It was a while. Yeah.
So it's interesting because I've been concerned.
I've been concerned
about this. She had very little, and it's just been kind of just a little bit there. But in the last couple of weeks, it's starting to show up.
Yeah, I think Nick had a hairdo. We used to call a pumpkin with looked like a pumpkin with a wig. With he had like a side comb over.
A comb over.
But I don't know how long that took for that to happen. It seemed like he had it forever, but I know there had to be a point where they were both bald.
But months.
They were both bald. Yes, absolutely.
Now her sister didn't have hair until she was 3.
What?
No, her hair didn't come in.
That's different.
Yeah, until she was almost 3 years old. And so I'm like, and I was like, I hope that. So I've been very relieved over the last couple of weeks as you can see it kind of pop. Yeah, it's coming in. This is the Gray Hair and Daycare podcast, with a combined age of 111 years and a combined IQ right in that same range. Your hosts, Frank Sirio and Carlo Russo. Welcome back to episode 29, part 2.
The deuce.
The deuce. We are, sometimes, as every parent knows, there's just too much poop for one diaper.
That's right.
And we had to split it up, be cautious. So we're going to bring you the rest of all the things we didn't talk about.
Yeah, we're going to get y'all caught up.
That's it. So we're going to get you caught up. Thank you for sticking with us. And here is the rest of episode 29.
The deuce.
The deuce. It's getting more and more kind of cute, babbly stuff. Lots of shrieking, lots of very high.
Yeah.
I
remember being on the phone with you a couple times and
you hear in the background.
You can hear her back there just like having our own conversation.
Yeah. But the grabbing stuff, the other day, she literally just took a clump out of Watson. She just, because now she pays a lot more attention now to both dogs, but with Watson in particular, because he's like, if she's in your lap or she's in her high chair now, he walks over, and it was funny because he knows he can't react, so he'll just whistle. You'll hear like,
that's hilarious.
And all of a sudden you look and there's a tuft of black. It's like, we got to work on that.
And the baby's nails, they're like razors when they catch. I don't know what it is.
They are.
You can cut them nice, and it's like this. You'll bleed out.
They're like little razors.
It is, right?
Yeah.
I'm like,
Kelly's always working on it. Like, I'll come in and she'll be in the rocker, because that's the way
they will cut you.
Yeah.
To pieces, like a cat.
And she'll get her, like, it doesn't take much, because when she's tired, she likes to grab her ear, and she scratched her ear.
Yep, you'll see babies with cut just like all because they're just
they're
I remember those
sharp.
Those days, and they just grab you, and you are cut up.
Yep, there is that. The other big thing developmentally, which has been going on for a while, and I can't wait to see when this. Finally, all this that she has been going through comes to fruition. Is the teething is really bothers her. And it's like, it seems like there's a cycle where there'll be a day where she's fine, then there'll be a day of just drool. She's like a fire hose, and then the next day it hurts. And it's so hard because she'll be in a great mood, she'll be smiling, and then all of a sudden she'll be like. She'll just shriek and cram her hand in her mouth. Like, it really hurts. So we started with like the
whiskey,
the baby. Yeah. We should,
for yourself.
For me, the baby Anbesol or baby, like that stuff. But that, honestly, what we've done when you can tell it's really bad, we give her Tylenol, and that really helps.
Okay. Yeah.
But man, it's just like, you can tell, cause she's such a happy baby all the time. And she'll just be like, but it's like when it hits her, it's
funny. I remember we would always be caught up in, like, it would take us like 2 days to figure it out. Like, it's teething. Because we'd be like, what's going on? We just forget because, like you said, it goes so quickly. And and it's like, she was he was drooling. Like,
Yeah.
But but we always forgot until like the second they go, oh,
yeah.
it's probably
It's another
probably
one.
teeth. Yeah.
Yep.
And that's a tough one. I mean, that's a little time frame of, oh, let's get through this. Because it could get get a little bit weird.
Yeah, it definitely, and there can be all those other, there's all kinds of other symptoms that can happen too from it.
Right. You know what the funny thing you'll notice too with teeth? It's so funny. You look at your baby now and you've seen your baby for almost 6 months now to look a certain way, no teeth in the mouth, and it's kind of the cue that, and then all of a sudden they have like that
be a jack-o'-lantern tooth.
Yeah, that one tooth, and like kind of changes the look of your child.
Oh yeah.
And you're like, oh yeah, well we're gonna have teeth in that face, aren't we? Yeah. I forgot about that.
I think of that all the time because I'll see her and she immediately gives me this big open mouth smile, and it's just gums, and
But that's how you see her face. Like that's what you, and it's such a cute little look with that. Yeah. And then one day it's gonna do that, and you're gonna have these like, and you're gonna be like, hey there,
hi, okay,
and then they bite you.
Yeah, it's not bad enough when she bites you with the
the gum
with the gums.
They gum you, yeah.
But
that is your next step is like, oh yeah, you're gonna change your look because it does. Think about it. If you took your teeth out right now, your whole face would look different.
Yep. Yeah, that's true.
You know what I mean?
Yes, absolutely.
So it's. I remember seeing that with my kid going, okay, I got to get used to this look. Because you were so damn cute with that little gummy smile and such a baby. Yeah.
It's going to be interesting. I think the next thing though that I'm happy about, and how your boys had hair like right out of the chute?
No. They did, and they lost it.
Right.
Yeah. So then they had.
And then how long was it before they were?
It was a while. Yeah. Like I see Josie, and it wasn't 6 months. It was. So
it's interesting because I've been concerned.
I've been concerned
about this. She had very little, and it's just been kind of just a little bit there. But in the last couple weeks, it's starting to show up.
Yeah, I think Nick had a hairdo.
Okay.
I think because it looks like he looked like we used to call a pumpkin with looked like a pumpkin with a wig. He had like a side comb over.
A comb over.
But I don't know how long that took for that to happen. It seemed like he had it forever, but I know there had to be a point where they were both bald.
But months.
They were both bald. Yes, absolutely.
Now, apparently, and this I was concerned because Kelly and her sister favor each other. They resemble each other.
Absolutely.
Right? But her sister didn't have hair until she was 3.
What?
No, her hair didn't come in.
That's different.
Yeah, until she was almost 3 years old. And so I'm like, and I was like, oh, no, I hope that. So I've been very relieved over the last couple of weeks. You can see it kind of, it's coming in.
She was bald?
I guess. I don't.
Was there a picture? You haven't seen pictures?
I haven't. I didn't. 3? She said she was almost 3 years old.
Getting into pre-K.
Yeah. I'm like, how could that be 3 years old? But the teething, it'll be interesting to see the two.
Is Kelly's hair straight?
Yes. Straight and very fine.
Okay. Trina, all her life, had straight hair, couldn't curl it, couldn't. She would curl it, like to go out, like do something different, and within hours, it would be back to straight. And then she got pregnant with our first, and her hair went curly.
And her hair got curly.
Her hair's been curly since.
Isn't that interesting?
And she went her whole life with straight, pin straight, not thin, but like probably
straight.
like Kelly's,
Yeah.
And the pregnancy just... Whatever
something
DNA
happened.
got it right. Whatever that happened.
That's interesting.
She now has curly hair. That's over 25 years.
That's something. It's going to be interesting to see. I think her eyes are settling now, where she's going to be hazel.
The color
hazel. Yeah.
Oh, is it? I guess I haven't really.
Yeah, it's certainly not Kelly's or my color, like dark
Kelly
brown.
Is what?
Kelly's brown.
Oh, really? So you're looking at two?
Yeah, but two of my siblings are my sister's blue eyes, Lucille, and my brother's eyes are hazel.
Okay. So you got it in there.
And I think in Kelly's family too, there's some hazel.
You remember what your dad and mom's?
I think
somebody had some color there. Right?
I think my mom and dad were both brown eyes. Yeah. My dad might have been hazel. I'm not sure.
Yeah.
That's a good question. Anyhow, so the teething has been a thing for a while there. The chicken mitten was the go-to teething thing. It's interesting. It's like this thing is it looks like a chicken.
Sure.
But it's made like a gauntlet. So it's like it goes over her hand and then there's a little bar on the inside so she can hang on to it.
Makes
so
sense.
she would just cram that thing in her mouth. We'd put it on when she was going down for a nap and you'd see her. So she'd just cram it in her face and get it in there.
I've never Is this an old thing or is this new? I don't remember that at all.
They're
to be an
like
option.
they're like latexy
Yeah, I
kind
don't
of
remember
soft.
that at all.
And the thing worked like a charm. But now
Nice.
she's not. Honestly, now what works the best is a frozen or very close to frozen washcloth that she'll just suck on that, and that helps with the teething. And then she's obviously just been growing. So again, she's going to be 6 months in a couple weeks, but she's already kind of sizing out of and outgrowing 6-month clothes. And it's not because she's big, because she's really skinny. Right. Again, 85th percentile for length, 23rd for weight. But we talked about it before she was born, that if the baby got Kelly's legs and my torso, she'd be 6'5".
Yeah, it'd be a big
right?
woman.
Because you and I, so how tall are you?
5'6" on a good day.
So you're 5'6", I'm 6 feet. And the two of us wear the same inseam.
Yes.
in our
Right.
pants.
We wear the same clothes.
Because I have the legs of a man who's 5'6" and the upper body of a man who's 6'4". So I have a very long torso, and the baby seems to be at this point
on that route
where, because she's got little stubby legs and a big long torso, but she's still sizing out of like. And again, there's so much, with all the showers and getting gifts and people are giving you these cute outfits. Kelly did a really good job of keeping it organized and having everything by size, but she just discovered like a whole cache of 6-month clothes that we didn't even use, that she's already she's cramming her in
shot,
like maybe once.
Yeah.
It's like there's 3 outfit changes a day because you just want to at least wear the stuff once.
I know so many clothes that are just in and out and they're gone. They're just, Yeah. That will stop.
Yes.
Eventually. But yeah, right now you're in it.
Yeah.
Like things are like,
yeah.
Remember that outfit that, she can't wear it anymore.
It's always it's always and they're starting to stretch. She's got all kinds of room laterally.
Right.
It's just, it can't stretch out. Don't miss any of the fun. Subscribe to the show on YouTube and follow us on Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok. The other thing that was interesting, so we have we have the Up a Baby stroller and the Up a Baby car carrier thing.
Of course.
And the way that has worked is we still use the car carrier, and she goes in that, and then that car carrier used to plug into the stroller. So you could use it. You could either get the car carrier for the stroller or bassinet.
The bassinet, okay.
So we did the car carrier one. But she's big enough now that we were trying it out to see, and she can actually, because she's so long, she can go in the stroller like a regular kid now.
Really?
Yep. So the other day, Carrie had gone, Kelly was coming home from work, and I had to go. My tractor had a flat, and I had put some air in the tire.
Sounds
in the
like a good country song.
It was my tractor had a flat. My wife left me, so I wanted to go out to the carriage house. So I thought, well, instead of just carrying her out there, I'm like, we'll take the stroller for a little test drive.
Sure.
So I get her in there, and I got to set the harnesses up and get it sized for her. And I got her in there in the garage, and I got her all buckled in, and she's sitting there and ready to go. And okay, so I hit the garage door, and the dogs run out, and I walk out of the garage, and I've got sunglasses on. It was a beautiful sunny day. All of a sudden, I feel this pain in my eye, my right eye. And I'm like, what? I don't know what's happening. And I got the stroller, and our house is kind of set up high on the property. So it's a little bit of a downhill immediately when you leave the house to the driveway.
Sure.
So I'm right there, and I got this, I don't know, and then I hear buzzing, and I can feel it.
Oh, God.
And it was a Hornet.
Oh, God.
Had flown between my glasses, my sunglass, and my eye, and was stinging my right eye.
My worst nightmare.
That hurt really bad.
In your eye, yeah.
And it's not stopping. It's repeated. So I have to, so I let go of the stroller for just a second so I can take my sunglasses off and kill the Hornet. Yeah. So I take the sunglasses off, I kill the Hornet, I get it, and I rub my eye, and I open my eyes to see, it was like that scene in The Untouchables where they're in the train station and Elliot Ness is trying to save the stroller going down the baby stroller. I see her rolling away. And
what?
Yeah, she's literally rolling away from me and accelerating. And so I quick run.
Oh my God.
And I catch her.
You got one eye. Your baby's on a run.
and I'm just like, I'm rubbing my eye. And now I got her, so I'm okay. But I'm like, man, that hurt like the dickens. And I went and looked, came back inside, and I looked like I got punched in the face.
Sure.
It was like
Absolutely.
literally, it stung me in the top.
Oh my God.
Top eyelid and bottom eyelid.
Oh.
Was all puffed up. So I took Kelly comes home. I'm like, look what happened to me. She's like, what happened?
The baby punched me up.
And so I took some Benadryl and some Tylenol and put some ice on. It was 2 days of ice.
Yeah, messing with it.
It was bad.
Wow, that's horrible.
But I will share with you later that night.
Yeah.
I thought I wonder, because we have cameras all over the place.
Oh God.
I'm like, maybe there's a camera right where that happened. I'm like, I wonder if the camera caught what happened. So here is the actual footage of what I just described. I'll edit it in
cannot wait.
so you can see it. And what you're going to see is you'll see a lonely stroller just roll into frame and then me run over and catch it. But
now you know the backstory of it. Yeah.
Now you know. So here it is. Little baby Josie's stroller adventure and her half-blind father to the rescue.
Wow.
But so I hope you enjoyed our security footage.
That's crazy.
My favorite part of the video is that Watson is there first, just watching everything happen to me, doing nothing.
No,
and then when the thing starts rolling, he's just like, okay, I'll go there. And he just runs away. Like, what good are you? You're 85 pounds. You could have stopped that thing in its tracks, but nope.
They don't.
He's like, I guess he must want to do this.
Oh my God, that's crazy. Yeah.
It was pretty bad. So, but I'm all better, mostly all better now. I still have a little bit of a bump.
That's crazy.
But yeah. And now we're gonna move into another fan favorite.
Oh,
book report.
It is a fan favorite.
So the book report, as is often the case, is not a book,
right?
But it's
an article.
It is an article from popsci.com, popularscience.com.
Sure, I read it all the time.
It was an interesting article about why children always want to watch the same video or read the same book every night.
Oh, I'd like to learn about that.
And I thought, oh, okay. We haven't really run into that yet. Although, oh yeah, I'm sure we will.
Oh, you will.
Yes, I'm sure it'll happen. I mean, there are things that she seems to have preferences with books that Kelly will read to her, but she's not asking for anything.
Sure, yeah.
So the way they explain it, which I think makes a lot of sense, is that little kids, especially as they get older and they're starting to communicate more, they don't have any control, right? And there's not a lot of predictability in their life. Basically, they're doing whatever it is you're putting in front of them, and that the reason that they will pick that same book or that same movie is there is a predictability and a safety in that selection. They know it, it's their thing, and it gives them a sense of control that they don't have otherwise.
Wow.
But it is maddening for the parent because it's always the same thing, always the same book. So they basically explain that, like, that's kind of what's going on with the kid when they're always asking for that same book. But then they gave you some strategies too about how to make it not mind-numbing and awful. Yeah, right? Like, you don't always have to let them choose. You can choose, but if they do keep choosing that same book, find different ways to get them to interact with them, because that's the other thing is for them, it isn't just kind of mindless repetition because they're seeing new things every time you read it. Every time you read that book to them, they're learning something new or they're following along in a different way.
Their mind's going different every time. They're going different places.
Exactly.
Where ours is like just reading.
We're kind
what's
of
in front of
absorbing
us,
it
right?
all at once.
Yeah.
So to focus on that and how to get them to focus on different things or just different ideas coming out of that same book over and over again.
We used to, believe it or not, it sounds horrible, but they watched more TV, Elmos and stuff like that. But we did the book thing. And sometimes I used to do it with different accents and characters and stuff like that just to change it up for yourself.
Yeah.
But what I've noticed when my kids, and this is going back 18, 25 years ago, the shows had to become kind of like adult humor as well because they knew parents were hearing this over and over and over, and you could tell like, oh my God, like everything was like, that's kind of funny for me. Yeah. Because they have to keep us kind of in the loop because we're hearing it 200 times a day.
Yeah, absolutely. That makes sense.
I did notice that going, this is kind of not adult, but enough where I'm sitting there going, that's a joke. Oh, they meant to do that. That's funny.
They're trying to weave in stuff to give you a laugh too.
Because they know we're watching it over. You know how many times I've seen Almost Saves Christmas? Yeah. And, you have to put it in there. You have to write knowing that there's probably some adults watching this over and over.
I do think that a lot of these shows have gotten better. There's actually one of the, I saw a TikTok the other day, and there's this guy, and he was basically, you see him kind of sitting there watching TV, and the caption was, when you're into the third episode of Bluey and your kids have went to sleep an hour and a half ago, they're still watching it.
You know how many times I did that? Yeah. And I would turn around and I find out, my child had fell asleep, and I don't change the channel. I would just, I'm in it now.
That's right. It was a two-parter. I want to see the rest.
So that's interesting.
Yeah, no, I thought that was. So again, that was from popsci.com. It was a very interesting article. It was fairly well sourced too. Like they went through and it was a kind of an aggregation of like 1,700 studies done over 20 years on the whole subject. It was interesting. And that is our book report. So there was that little adventure. Sure. But then now that we had the stroller as part of it was more functional because the stroller was nice for us, but she couldn't really see anything. So now she's in there.
Now she's looking around.
We took our first trip to the zoo. We went to the zoo.
Oh my God.
Might be a little premature.
Sure.
Again, she's not. About the only thing she even noticed was when we rolled her right up to one of the enclosure for the penguins, where you could see the penguins swimming.
Oh, okay.
And there's like a penguin swimming up, and she's like, oh, like she kind of, that got her attention. But everything else, it was so funny because Kelly's like, look, this is a camel, and the baby's just like looking at her foot.
Yeah, that's
looking
funny.
at like whatever. But
she's like, our dogs got a lot bigger.
Yes.
Why do they look different?
They look different. But so we took we had our first first
nice.
trip.
See, you're out.
First trip to the zoo. We also had, I think I talked about. Did we ever talk about the Mambo baby float?
No, I don't think so.
This is one of the myriad of things that have been pushed to me in my news feed on Facebook that would be good to buy for the baby. So there's this, it's called the Mambo baby float.
Mambo baby.
So it's a solid, it's not inflatable. It's like a solid float that the baby can kind of, almost like this chair, but the baby can sit in.
Okay.
It has a canopy.
Sure.
And it's a float. And she's all strapped in, Velcroed in. And it's for the pool or for the lake. So we brought it with us. We've been out on the lake a couple times with the boat. And it's always interesting because typically you're anchored up at, like in a bay. Sure. And most people are like walking around and drinking beer.
Yeah, they're out doing
their
thing.
And they always kind of do a double take. Usually Watson and Rumple get the attention. Because they're like, oh, look at the dog. Right. Watson's very striking in his red. He has a bright like fire engine red life preserver, and then he's black and white. So people are always like, "Oh, look at the dog."
That's
But
funny.
now they're like, "That guy's got a baby," because you don't see a lot of babies out on the boat.
True, yeah.
And they'll be like,
There's a floating baby.
there's a baby there. So we got to try out the Mambo baby float in the lake. It was very nice. She wasn't like super excited, but she was like, she was kind of looking around like, okay, this is a new experience floating.
Yeah.
So we did that. We also tried it out over at my sister's house in her pool.
Okay.
She liked the lake better, I think, because the lake was warmer. The pool was colder.
Gotcha.
Because it was pretty cold. I was in there with her.
Gotcha.
So we did our trip to the zoo, and we tried out the Mambo baby float, which we really liked.
That's cool. Is it tied to the boat, or you just walk around with it?
We just tow her behind. I go slow, 20 miles an hour. No,
I just tie it so it doesn't go anywhere.
We put her in it, and then I'm in the water, and we're shallow enough. Yeah, I'm standing. Yeah. So she literally, Kelly hands the baby to me. I put her in the water, and we float her around. I think what we're going to do ultimately, because we keep taking all these cute pictures, and I want to share them, but we don't want to share her face. So I'm going to have to come up. I think I'm going to start like blocking out her face so we can at least show you some pictures so you can get an idea of some of the antics that baby Josie's getting up to.
When I did photos of my family on vacation and people that don't need to be on social media, I just put like, the round happy face over their face.
Yep. Yeah, that's what we'll do that. So we'll start to do that. But what we do have pictures of.
What do we have pictures?
We have pictures of, and you can see. I put them in your packet.
Let's see.
So as we look at these, I will put them up on video so you guys can see. I thought I would let you see kind of the nursery is nearing completion. So the first picture you'll see is the nursery painted with the little hot air balloon light fixtures that I put up. And again, the white area, I think it came out really nice. The white area kind of above the chair rail to the ceiling, what we haven't done yet is we're going to paint in black line Winnie the Pooh and Tigger and Piglet in different kind of setups to make it look like it's a coloring book that hasn't been colored in yet.
Oh, an unfinished coloring book.
Exactly. So I haven't done that part yet, but we're ready to do it.
That'd be cute.
I got a little projector off Amazon for like $70. And it's a short throw projector, and I already have the images made up. I made up the images in Photoshop. So one image is going to be Tigger and Pooh and Piglet in their own hot air balloon, kind of floating over the 100-acre wood. And then the other image on the other wall will be all the other characters. So Kanga and Roo and Eeyore and Rabbit all kind of looking out over a valley, and it'll look like they're kind of looking at the hot air balloons going by.
Nice. Oh, that's going to be
so
awesome.
That's gonna be awesome. The next picture is a lot less exciting. It's just Kelly picked out a bunch of stuff from IKEA to have as much storage as possible in the closet.
That's good.
So we put that, got that. I finished up the closet, got that stuff in there. And then the next few pictures, just for scale first, this next picture is the little door that we talked about last time, the mouse door and the bay window. So that's how big it is. You can see the outlet in the upper left.
Yep.
So they're pretty small. I think the door is only like 4 inches tall.
Yep.
But again, that little door opens, and you'll see
everything's working.
The next picture is I took styrofoam insulation and carved these steps, and then painted it and used real little rocks.
Oh my God.
And fake moss to make it look like there's like a rock,
stairs.
Set of stairs up to the door. So you'll see that's right. So then you can see the next picture is kind of the whole thing as it will sit there. So there's little steps up to the door, and then the door opens, and that will be the little house where the mouse lives.
So just to for people that might have not heard what you're doing, a little quick thing of what this is.
So basically, we got the idea that it would be fun to have a little, almost like a dollhouse built into the wall that that little baby Josie will see, that she'll be able to peek in, and we'll be able to tell her about the magical mouse that she never sees but lives in the wall. And you'll see as we move through the pictures, we'll be able to kind of dress it up. So at Christmas time, the mouse will have a little Christmas tree in there. And
so there's a secret entrance that you can move stuff around.
Yes.
And the child will have no idea how these things happen, except the mouse did it.
Exactly. So the next picture you'll see is from the other side of the wall. So I cut a hole in the wall.
Yep.
And you can see that's the door, and that's the view from inside the wall.
Right.
And the next picture is the little diorama that will be in there. So when she looks in there, it's not done yet, but when she looks in there, she'll see the little rocking chair and the fireplace. The fireplace has a little log set that lights up.
Of course it does.
I haven't painted that. You can see the little area rug and the bed and the door, and she'll be able to see. So we'll be able to kind of decorate for the
you can change it up.
Yeah, for Christmas and Easter and that kind of stuff. And then the last picture is kind of the way the panel is. So there's that frame, that white frame, that I have a panel that once that little diorama is in the wall, like I close it up, and it just looks like there's an access panel on the wall. But that's it. So my next step really is I got to paint the fireplace, and there's a little side table and some other little things. There's a gas lamp that goes on the wall that lights up. So I'm going to, over time, with all my free time, I'm going to little by little get that finished up, and then it'll all be in there for her to look at.
I'm telling you right now, I know this is a crazy thought, but we have the stamp of copyright to this. This is a business, man. I know.
Yeah.
This is dude, let me tell you something. What this is going to create is such a cool thing that if anybody's watching this is going to be like, oh my, you've taken Elf on a Shelf to the next level.
I did think about that. I could put together a kit.
Absolutely.
Where people could do this. The hard part is not everybody has
that setup.
The wall where you can get at it.
You have to think of
But I could
options.
make it so that you could do it from the front.
Absolutely.
So I might.
This is such because as you're looking at this, the idea of a little girl, boy, you can have them all different types of gender. To think something's going on in this mystery world, in this magical world. Yeah, eventually when they go to school and tell their friends a mouse lives in a house in your wall that has a Christmas tree and a fireplace, they will be talked to by professionals. But up to that point,
that's it.
Your business will be thriving.
You live in Brewerton, and there are mice in your room.
Yes, and they have a bed and they have a fireplace and a kitchen.
That's it's going to be.
This is amazing.
I've enjoyed it a lot. I'm looking forward to finishing it up. The last picture is actually this is the projector.
Yes.
So this is how I'm going to do the walls to make it look like the uncolored coloring book. So I project the image up there so you can see there's the hot air balloon with Pooh and Tigger and Piglet. And basically I project it up there. We're going to trace it and then paint it.
Oh, that's what you're going to, okay. Because I was going to try to figure out, are you keeping the projector on as part of the room?
Just that's the way.
And now you're going to trace it over.
That's it. I went into Photoshop. I gave it the dimensions of the wall.
Sure.
I made the drawing so it filled it. And now I just turn the projector on, trace, and then hand paint over the traced line. And hopefully it comes out looking good. We'll see. This is going to be, as we said.
Worst scenario, you paint the whole thing and you keep the projector just on it.
All the time.
All the time. But what are you going to do with the projector once are you using the projector something else? Or that's what you bought?
I had a projector that I borrowed from work, but it couldn't be close enough. And I thought, I didn't want to spend a bunch of money on a new projector.
Because all you're doing is for tracing, right?
I'm just using it for that. But I found it on Amazon, and it's a high def 1080p projector, short throw for $70.
So you can play anything on it?
Yeah. Yeah, like literally.
You can hook it up to your computer.
Or a video source, anything with HDMI.
Like a DVD
yeah, so like the advertisements for it on Amazon show it like people showing movies outdoors or stuff like that. So yeah, you could use it like a home theater projector if you wanted to. It's not great, but it's certainly good enough. And for $70, I was like, okay, I'll give this a try. And yeah, it's a short throw projector from Amazon. I'll put the link up for it because it really, it's decent.
Yeah,
for $70. So those are the updates with the nursery and what is coming.
You're doing some extra stuff. I mean, with the little house in the wall, and I love you know what I did with the color.
What I think about a lot is with the mouse in the wall. I want to make it believable enough that it takes her a little longer to figure out
that it's not,
that it isn't. That it is. I want her to believe longer than I did in those things.
Well, like that story I told, and I'll do it quickly, about trying to get Santa Claus. And if you're listening with your children, obviously Santa Claus exists. I'm not saying he doesn't.
Absolutely.
But I'm saying the story that I had about when my kids' friends were like, no, man, Santa's your dad. And we're like, my kids are like, there's absolutely not.
No way.
My dad doesn't, because we would go to the house, we would go to sleep at my in-laws' house, which was like an hour away from home.
Yeah.
And my kids knew me so well, they're like, I got you, because my dad would never wake up at 2 a.m, drive to my house, put out these toys that he would never buy us.
Right.
Right?
Yeah.
So yeah, we kept it longer.
Yeah, I want her to do that. I want her to have some whimsy and some.
The thing is, it's done with such detail.
Yeah.
That it is very believable. Like, it's not like this fake, like, okay, like this weird thing that's
it's funny
sticking out of your wall.
There was more than one point in the design, because literally, like, when I'm doing this, I'm cutting a hole in the wall, taking measurements, going into SketchUp, building 3D models, figuring it out. I take it seriously, and Kelly would be like, well, does it really have... Yes.
Yes, it has to be.
It's like, does it have to be the same... yes, it has to be all to scale. It's all 1/24 scale. It's all got to match.
You could... If you know what he does for a living, I mean, this makes so much sense of everything that you're surrounded with at work.
That's
everything
why I
has
love
to
it.
be... I mean, it has to look the part.
You want it to...
But I'm telling you, I think you found your calling on something, because this thing can be masked. I'm telling you, this is such a great little thing at a certain age for your kid, that every kid will go through, that certain age of believing in this, that you could really create something.
They are out there.
Oh, they are.
On Etsy. No, well, Etsy, there's one.
Okay.
One person on Etsy who made one, and it's like it's actually a kind of a neat looking door. And it's just, you open it up and there's just a tiny little bit, like an entryway. But there are all these videos that I keep seeing online of people who are doing this, but it'll be like there's a door in the molding, and they open the door and the camera moves in, and it's the coffee shop from Friends.
Oh, wow.
Like very detailed dollhouse size. But you can tell this person who's shooting these videos and putting it on, it's not actually in a wall. It looks like a wall. They're doing this for the sake of just the video.
Yeah, it's a video. It's a work. Yeah.
But I mean, I think it's true. I did it as a project because I couldn't just buy it. But there are probably people out there who would be interested.
When you see this, obviously you're watching it now, the detail.
If you're interested, send me an offer. And I'll put together a business plan.
Hey, you know what? It
would be fun to do.
It's such a neat thing.
I would love the idea of other parents using something I made to get their kid to believe in something magical. I love that.
And you can turn it into so many different avenues.
It could be whatever you want.
Yours is more like for a little girl that has like the house, but like you say, you can make whatever theme you want it to be. I don't know. It just when you told me about it, I didn't understand what you were saying.
It's hard to describe, but when you start to see it come together,
there's going to be a little doorway on the edge, and then you go in, and there's going to be a person, and there's going to be a house, and I'm like, what are you talking about? And then Yeah, it's so neat.
It's fun.
Well, she's going to have a ball with it.
I hope so. It'll be good. It's been a fun project, but
I can't wait what you end up putting in there, because you're going to find stuff to put.
oh, there's tons of stuff.
Yeah.
Tons of stuff.
Yeah.
By Christmas, there'll be a Christmas tree in there.
Yeah.
And it will light up, and there will be tiny presents.
Yeah, I didn't even think to even ask.
Actually, the last thing I got to do, and it's not in the pictures because I haven't done it. I think I might. I already have them. There's little coach lights that light up that I could put on either side of the door, so that so that could be how she knows there's something new, that she'll notice that the lights are on. Oh. Maybe.
And the cool thing is, and you can correct me, she'll never see the mouse.
No.
Right?
Yep.
It's always going to be imagination.
That's it. When I was little and Sesame Street was a new thing, I don't know. I don't think it was always like this. I think after years they started to let kids see it. No one could see Snuffleupagus.
Right. I remember that. Yep.
Only Big Bird could see Snuffleupagus.
Yep.
And it would make me so mad as a little kid. Like, why can't they see him?
I wanted to see him.
You wanted to see him so bad. But no, she will never see Mr. Mouse.
That's that's the cute part about it.
But there will be evidence.
There's going to be movement of things.
Oh, yeah.
But she'll never have to. She'll never catch it.
Mr. Mouse got a new slot machine.
It's Mr. Mouse or Mrs. Mouse. We don't know what it is.
Mrs. Mouse, right?
Kind of goes right with Santa and the Tooth Fairy, and
yep.
You know they're there, but you never see them.
He's around. Yep. That's it. Well, we've made it to the end of probably a very long episode or two.
This is probably the deuce.
This might be a two-parter, but we appreciate you coming back. I'm sorry, the last episode was really long. We're going to make a concerted effort to keep these a little bit shorter, maybe break them up so they're a little bit easier.
So you can ingest them at one time.
I don't want you to be like, oh my goodness.
I got to go on vacation to hear this.
I could read War and Peace or listen to the podcast. We're going to keep them a little shorter, but we appreciate it. And thanks for listening and watching, and we'll see you soon. Well, folks, that's another episode of the Gray Hair and Daycare podcast in the books. Thanks very much for tuning in and spending this time with us. We hope it was fun. If you enjoyed this week's descent into the madness of dadness, be sure to subscribe to the podcast so you don't miss any of our future adventures. And while you're at it, give us a like and share the cast with your friends on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, Carrier Pigeon, whatever you crazy kids are using. Have any hilarious parenting stories of your own? Questions about navigating fatherhood later in life, or even when normal people do it? Email us at ghdc.podcast@gmail.com. We'd love to hear from you. And now, if you'll excuse me, I'm going to bed.